Okay, everybody, we are for this afternoon, and I'm sorry I'm not with you, but for this afternoon and for the amount of time you have left in class today, I'd like you to check out some drum tablature. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but when we played guitars, we actually learned how to read tablature, starting with Ode to Joy. We read all of our music in tablature. Now, sometimes I would write things out for you, like with the string and then the fret, but it was that idea that things are kind of put on a line. So there are a lot of free drum tablatures out there, maybe even for the song that you've picked. Now, I don't want you to get confused or angry if the song you picked doesn't have drum tablature, because 9 times out of 10 it's classic rock or it's some other some older songs basically. But there might be drum tablature for your song. But in the meantime, I want everyone to just have a look at a single website and go from there, just to get an idea of what drum tablature looks like, because this is kind of the answer to the question of how am I going to recreate the beat of this song that I've picked. So you can see that I'm picking Firefox. Obviously, you can use any internet browser you want. And the site I would like you to go to is called Songsterr. Have you ever heard of it? Songsterr. Don't know why, but Songsterr. And if I go there, you can see that my first hit is songsterr.com. It says guitar tabs with rhythm, and you don't need to sign in or anything. Now, it starts out with your popular tabs, and that's fine, but these are all going to be for the guitar. So if we were back in the guitar unit and I wanted to learn how to play Stairway to Heaven, that's their most popular one. But that's not the instrument I'm using. I'm using a different instrument, and you are too. So you can see I've got my mouse kind of hovering here over where it says Filter by Instrument. So if we click there, you can see that one of the choice is drums. And I'm going to click that. Now that changes the list a little bit. Let me get rid of this ad. That changes this list just a little bit, but as you can see, a lot of this stuff is rock and roll, right? Either classic rock or dad rock, sorry. Perhaps one of the most recent, well, there's Beggin'. Beggin's a fairly recent rock song, Bohemian Rhapsody. So there may or may not be a song you recognize. I'm going to use Back in Black, though, because I think I've used that as an example in class before. If I click on Back in Black, what I get is basically the drum tablature. Now, when you see this, you are seeing some X's across the top. That's usually the hi-hat across the top on the X's. And the lowest note is the kick drum or the bass drum, right? And the sound in the middle is the snare. And then if they're using any other kind of toms or any other kind of drums, those would be kind of in the middle of these two. So what I really want you to focus on is bass and snare. And what we're going to try and recreate is this pattern. Now, everyone, you only have to do 4 measures. So nobody get like knocked out like, oh my gosh, I have to write out all these notes. No, all I'm actually looking for is, maybe 4 measures. And you want to copy it carefully because as you can see, we're in 4/4 time. And in 4/4 time, you want 4 beats in each measure. One really super powerful thing about this website is it will play it for you. Now, I know you won't hear this right now, but I'm going to play it. I get the scratches on the guitar, and then the drum beat starts. I don't know if you can hear that, but I don't think you can. But use that first as your example just to listen to it, okay? And as you can see, all the notation is right there. What were the rhythms that were played? Well, they're basically written out for you, which is, I think, super handy. What I would like you to do with whatever song you choose, and you can choose whatever one you want to choose. Unfortunately, as you can see, you're sort of limited to the ones that are in Songsterr, is I would like 4 measures of it. And if it's got an intro like this one, kind of skip the intro. Start with where the main part of the song really starts. And I'd like to see you just on that little piece of notation paper you have, do a measure, and then a second measure, third measure, and the fourth measure as close as you can. Try to make your copy look as much like this as you can. Now, if you're thinking, like I'm thinking, whoa, this is kind of cool that there are drum tabs out there. I wonder if for my song, And the song I've been using, just as an example, has been Walk This Way. Now, that's a classic rock song, but if I Googled Walk This Way and DrumTabs, let's just see. Oh, so there we go. Songster has it. Ultimate Guitar also has it. And I've never visited this website, Drum Ninja. So there are 3 different versions out there for free. So if you really want to try your song first, and yep, here's Walk This Way by Aerosmith. And again, I can't tell if you're hearing this or not. But that might be really worth your while to go out and see if the drum tablature exists in notation for you. Okay? Now guys, don't forget, I'm asking you to copy this from the website onto your paper. You're going to have this open, maybe a clipboard with your pen or pencil, and then just write it down. You're going to need to hand it in because I need to know that you did what I was asking you to do while you had the sub this afternoon. Okay? That's basically it. Go to work, get your headphones, and good luck. Thank you.